We are here in cloudy Daytona Beach, Florida for the running of the Crown Royal 300 in the Crown Royal Truck Series on the NSDCA network. It is Matty Porta after blowing out the competition in single truck qualifying with Peter Onjak, both of them running sub 48-second laps. It was Matty Porta sitting on the pole with Jones Racing Inc. backing in that number 20 Castrol Chevrolet. Alongside him, the Season 1 Mountain Dew Custom Series champion, Peter Onjak. Behind them are the duel winners, Zachary DeLello, winner of duel number 1, and Matthew Eves, winner of duel number 2. It was a great finish to duel number 2 there, with Matthew Eves taking Brady Burkhart by just 1/100th of a second at the line with Paul Jackson's help. But the rest of the field has a lot of star talent. As you look back through, you'll see drivers like Zachary Fitzwater Sr. in the 59, as well as Logan Cloud there in that new GoDaddy number 92. But up in front, Diego Yepez, the driver who was runner-up to the championship last season to Blake Maurice, is looking for one of his final chances at the Crown Royal Truck Series Championship. He has never won a championship in the NSDCA, but has finished no worse than third in his three seasons of competition. Carson Bowers, in his move to Anjado, brings Verizon Wireless over there with a new look with that Dodge team, and Discount Tire follows him to that team, as well as you see further up Nathan Stapleton and Anderson Reed in that 80 and 04 respectively. They are starting up front as well. But further back, you see the rookie for Golden Motorsports, the upstart team, Christian Vargas, raced his way in. Brad Stover not so lucky, but he's here. And the late entry to the season, Jose Perez in that number 35 U-Haul Dodge Ram. He did not make he was not here for single truck qualifying. He was one of the last ones to go out, and he spun it into the wall, so that is a backup truck for the 35 team. That team was only organized just 2 weeks ago. DJ Curtis driving for Diego Yepez Incorporated. You got Mike Cook back there, as well as Alex Kraft, now on the new Sauber Racing team. What was once Hype Monkey Racing in Chevys is now Sauber with the Dodges. Alex Kraft will be driving this truck full-time this season, all 20 races, sponsored by Sparco and Alfa Romeo, as well as Justin Knight and multiple Formula 2 drivers driving in their second truck, the number 22 at the road courses. Blake Maurice, your defending champion, had a rocky start to his speed weeks. He is looking to try to win this race right off the bat. The most dominant driver last season alongside Diego Yepez. Will the Burkhart Maurice power show up once again with Monster Motorsports? And after Monster Motorsports is split, some of their power is gone. DJ Gibson with Zachary Racing was part of Monster Motorsports as an alliance team, but they have been abandoned by the Monster Motorsports in the split between Diego Yepez Incorporated and GoDaddy Motorsports. I believe they are still getting some help from Diego Yepez, but it's still not enough to get them up there. You see DJ Gibson struggling in the back. Ryan Butcher with the new change. He is now in the number 16 with Gatorade full-time as a sponsor, as well as Chevron coming onto the truck for a few races this season. And now the new leader of GoDaddy Motorsports, Jacob Edson. He is driving that number 10 truck. He was fast in speed weeks, but in his duel, he screwed up. He is going to be fighting from the back to try to win this race. AJ Jones coming out of retirement. He is one of the 5 that made it in via their qualifying time. He is a non-chartered truck this season. JRI only got 2 of them, and he was selfless enough to give them to his drivers, Larry Hagan and the other truck that he gave it to. As well as the final thing, Jake Galloway now has sponsorship for the racing group in that number 30 truck. NXT UK, Aldi's, and Valero have all jumped ship to go on this truck for this race due to him qualifying for the biggest race of the season. Let's hope we can see Jake Galloway possibly drive that truck up to a victory lane. And now we're getting ready for the commands in just a few short seconds. Matty Porta for Jones Racing Inc. is the other one that got the charter. Correct my mistake from earlier. And Peter Onjak alongside of them. All of this top 4 are chartered trucks. The 04 is not. The 80 is not. They race their way in pretty strong. However, enough of the talking. We're getting ready to race in the Crown Royal Truck Series race, the Crown Royal 300. Let's go down trackside for the commands.
Drivers, start your engines!
Pepsi and the NSDCA have teamed up to bring the Pepsi Pole Award to the fastest qualifier of each of the 20 races in the Crown Royal Truck Series this season. And this week it was Matty Porta driving a sub 49-second lap in the 48-second time to the pole in the Crown Royal Truck Series for the Crown Royal 300. Congratulations to him. He will be starting on the front row for the biggest race of the season. And with the command to fire the engines, all 40 drivers here are going to fire up their trucks and get ready for 40 laps in the Crown Royal 300 at Daytona International Speedway. And you see all 40 trucks start rolling off. Let's go ahead down your starting grid for the Crown Royal 300. On the pole is the young Italian Matty Porta in the Castrol Chevrolet for Jones Racing Inc. He is up front, and alongside him, Peter Onjak, the only two drivers to dip into the 48-second range in qualifying. The dual winners behind them, Zachary DeLello and Matthew Eves, make up row number 2, with Anderson Reed and Brady Burkhart in row 3. Nathan Stapleton, Paul Jackson round up in row 4, and Diego Yepez, Carson Bowers in row 5. Paul Jackson in that number 9. He is your defending winner of this race. He won it last season in the Monster Motorsports number 77. And as you see, that is why the Monster Energy branding is still on Paul Jackson's truck, even if he is not on Diego Yepez Incorporated. He was one of the best drivers for Monster last season, picking up a few wins in both the MDCS and CRTS. So Paul Jackson has that Monster Motorsports and Monster Energy backing. Now, one thing we have to talk about, the Marina Fox Foundation on the 59 truck. Again, this sponsor will be on the full season for Zachary Fitzwater. You see PureTech on the back. They're the ones paying for this. Marina Fox Foundation was requested by Fitzy to be on this truck all season long, but he needed a sponsorship to help. PureTech has been a loyal sponsor of Zachary Fitzwater all of his career, and they decided that they will step off for the season and let him drive it for one of his friends in Australia. But as we come around, it's going to be a 40-lap event. But the rain is approaching. There is rain somewhere near the track. It's closing in, but the weather people are not sure if the race will be able to go green the whole way or not. It depends on how many cautions we have and the like. Coming down the front straightaway, it's Matty Porta versus Peter Onjak, Zachary DeLello, Matthew Eves, 40 trucks, 40 laps. And we are racing. The green flag is in the air for the Crown Royal 300. Peter Onjak jumping out to an outside line momentum. He gets the big shove from Matthew Eves down into the corner, but Zachary DeLello already will make it 3 wide into the corner for the race lead, and they are 3 by 3, all the rows deep already here at Daytona. Zachary DeLello starts pulling away. Anderson Reed sits back there in the second position. He ducks down to the inside. Now Peter Onjak's going to be pushing him. There's Anderson Reed in the 04. He is an Onj Auto truck moving to the inside, but you got Diego Yepez, Zachary Fitzwater, Logan Bradley, all 40 trucks, 2 and 3 wide, mainly 3 wide coming through the corner. These guys are getting aggressive so early in this race. Off the corner they go. Fitzwater kind of sliding up. You see 3 wide, almost 10, 11 rows deep in the back. They're a little more spread out. But Zachary DeLello will lead lap number 1 here at Daytona. DeLello got his first NSDCA victory. Though it was in a duel, it was not a points-paying race. Just like Kalen Nosler did last season. He won a consolation race, or a exhibition race, I should say. Zachary DeLello won the exhibition race yesterday in the duels. Diego Yepez out in front. Now Zachary Fitzwater Sr., he moves that 59 truck into second. Logan Bradley, Nicholas Wade up there. A couple trucks might have gotten into the wall further back. 3 wide is hard to do through the tri-oval here at Daytona because these guys get so fast, they get so tight, and trying to stay off of everyone else in the pack, you really have to saw at the wheel to try to keep it out of the wall. But Diego Yepez now in that 77, the most winningest driver in the series, has won on every track type. He has not won at Daytona yet. He has won Talladega. That was his superspeedway win. Now Diego Yepez out in front. Logan Bradley in the 94 for Cloud Foster Racing Operations. No sponsorship on this car, or on this truck, but he raced his way brilliantly into the show. He won the Mountain Dew Custom Series duel back in Season 2 for the Powerade Power Sport team, the 09 team back then, and now it looks like he's trying to get Mike Cook to help him. There's Zachary Fitzwater moving 3 wide. Logan Bradley, a strong truck today. Can he pull off the victory? And a lot of times through the tri-oval, you hear some scraping, beating, and banging. That'll be costing drivers through it. There's a lot of scrapes that you can get on the wall coming through the tri-oval, and you'll see a lot of them as they go 3 wide as they try to keep out of it. You see Peter Onjak, he was pretty wide up there. Now further back, there'll be a couple more probably getting into the wall. Ryan Butcher might have been one further back there. But up front now, Logan Bradley, Zachary Fitzwater lead the front 2 in their Dodge Rams with a Ford of Diego Yepez, a Toyota of Mike Cook, and then Anderson Reed sits in 5th. Carter Friesen, the highest running Chevy right now. He's up to 6th for Pedal to Metal Racing. You see the field just bobbing and weaving further back there. 2 and 3 wide. Yepez looks down to the inside. You see the 40 truck pack rushing back into turn number 3. Maybe these guys are racing aggressively because they know that rain could be approaching. They got to get to lap 20 at least. Halfway is when the rain delay will end the race. So that is the question. We've had a lot of rain problems all week at Daytona. The duels were held off 2 days due to monsoonal rains down here in Florida, as well as single truck qualifying was rained out on Sunday, had to be moved to Monday. So these guys have been dealing with rain all season long, or all week long, I should say. But again, that is all season long as right now. But they are happy to get out on track. The MDCS race went cleanly for 20 laps. Nice and sunny down there yesterday. But the clouds, the sun and the clouds moving in today. The sun has come out for the beginning of this race. We'll see if the clouds might roll in later on. Diego Yepez in the 77. He's pulling his way into the race lead. Mark Martin in 2nd. Gibson's going to really lose it on that inside line, allowing Fitzwater and Logan Bradley to move back up on top there. Now Brandon Morris, Matthew Eves side by side. That's for the 2nd position, but Eves has no one to help him. Morris down on the bottom in that number 6 truck. Down the front straightaway they go once again. Morris goes up to try to work with Eves now. Tries to slam the door on Fitzwater. That he does. Now DJ Gibson, Brady Burkhart, Nicholas Wade on the bottom. 5 trucks single file up front. No one looking to be able to get around Yepez right now, but now Brandon Morris is going to duck to the inside. He's going to bring Logan Bradley with him. You see all 40 trucks bobbing and weaving down the back straightaway. Let's talk real quick about Jake Galloway, the racing group, number 30. They have had no sponsorship for a season. Jones Racing Inc. has left them over the offseason because Jake Galloway left them. They did not want to really help the team anymore. Ooh, almost contact with Rowe and Butcher up front there. But this 30 truck, they qualified in, had one of the fastest qualifying times, and that's what he had to fall back on to get into the show. But still, that fast qualifying got him some sponsorships. You see the WWE NXT sponsorship on the hood of that number 13. It's the UK version because of Jake Galloway. But it was Matthew Eves pulling the strings behind that deal. Valero came over after Colton Yo has been kicked off of Texas Star Racing, so the 30 truck now has Valero on the quarter panel for a few races this season. And Aldi's popped on just for this race, local chain to the U.S. The 30 team is happy to get some sponsorship and funding into that truck. But back up front, DJ Gibson now trying to use that outside line. It's 2 by 2 further back. Logan Cloud trying to make it 3 wide on Anderson Reed as the pack shuffles around. But it's Diego Yepez continuing to lead in the number 77. 8 laps through this 40-lap event. Brandon Morris looking down to the bottom on Bradley. He does hold Bradley up, but that outside line can still have some runs. Look at that Gatlin Downey. He got moved up to Red Bull Motorsports from being on Jones Racing Inc. for 2 seasons. He was one of the drivers in Season 3. He did not have a ride until AJ Jones gave him the truck back. And now Gatlin right now running just ahead of boss AJ, doing a great job for Red Bull Motorsports. And JRI, of course, JRI helps run with RBM in that Alliance team. Carter Friesen a bit of contact with Nicholas Wade as they went up the track there. You see the field still 2 and 3 wide, all scattered about, but up front they've remained the same. Yepez, Morris, Fitzwater, and Bradley all in this top 5. They've been running up here for the last few laps. Now Peter Onjak, he had one of the fastest qualifying times, 2nd fastest of the weekend. He is up here in the 5th position. In this field, 2 and 3 wide. It's just a pack of trucks. Going to the back now, you see some newer teams. The 63, Alexander Rowe, he was on Burkhart Maurice Motorsports. He bought his own truck because he wanted to get in the truck series for Fallout Racing. His own team, Crunchyroll, came on to sponsor that. And Sauber Racing Team, again, they have Justin Knight's old equipment as Justin used that to get himself a ride in the F1 team of Sauber Racing Team in the F1 series. He right now sits 39th, but the road course ringer is no stranger to winning over to winning in the past few races. He won at Watkins Glen only a few months ago in the JROC. And there's Camden Lucas still racing with that broken ankle. As soon as pit stops happen, if pit stops happen, they will put some extra ice on his ankle, but he said that it is fine. It is the brake pedal. It is his brake pedal foot that is injured, not the gas pedal, so at least that helps. He won't have to push it down as much, but he is in the back right now. But let's talk real quick about Jay Jefferson in this 48 truck. He sits in the very back of the pack as we're going to go on board with him. Jay Jefferson in the very back of this pack in the 48 truck. He's been struggling all weekend long. Caution, they're spinning in front of him. Big one, the big one happens. Jay Jefferson right up through the middle. What a move. The big one happens here at Daytona. Blake Maurice, Jacob Edson, Aiden Burkhart, Peter Onjak, AJ Jones, Curtis. There's John Dilks filling in the 17 since he was kicked out. There's Eli Bright. Oh, Larry Hagan also involved. The big one happens. Alex Kraft, Anderson Reed, Ryan Butcher, Carson Bowers, Logan Cloud, Mike Cook, Alexander Rowe, Buttersworth as well. Large crash here at Daytona, and a whole heck of a lot of trucks are now totaled. Logan Cloud in his first race for GoDaddy Motorsports. Brian Butcher, that first race for that 16. AJ Jones, his first race back since this race last season. Mike Cook, Shepherd Racing's first try. Smart as well as the brand new team, Gatlin Downey Incorporated. That's going to be their second backup truck. DJ Gibson's truck destroyed. Serena Sankoon, Eli Bright as well. And carnage here on the opening laps. Lap 11 of 40. They pile up coming off of turn number 4. Diego Yepez, of course, still in the race lead. But a heavy crash there. Brandon Morris is bringing his truck down pit road, it looks like, as well as Zachary DeLello. So a few trucks, it looks like they're just trying to get some fuel, or they might have some damage as well to repair. We'll see. There might also be some issues on pit road. These teams, it's been a long offseason. They might not be able to get out, and there might be some mechanical failures with a lot of trucks. We've seen a lot of that during this week as well, but Morris brings it down. So does Zachary DeLello, DJ Gibson, Larry Hagan, Sebastian Kukulon, Luca, and all these trucks that are damaged. We're going to go ahead and get a replay and see what happened to bring out this caution here. And you see, I think it was Logan Cloud and DJ Gibson. They're going to be the two that'll get together there, but they'll go up and into the outside wall together. Big hit for them. Anderson Reed in the 04 as well. Kind of gets a piece of it sent down into John Dilks. Jones and Peter get on their sides, and Peter, he's sliding down, and oh, heavy crash for the 44. He flips wildly through the grass. Now we'll take a look at Peter here, and he was just driving his line on the outside line, gets hooked by Cloud and DJ. They get sent up into the outside wall. Heavy crash there. Reed, of course, gets sent around. Mike Cook hits him in the side, but he's going to hit the pavement and flips him straight up into the air. So that is a chaotic and devastating crash for the 44. Onboard Jay Jefferson. This was the cam we used before, but he was able, with the pack just closing in and closing up, he made it through the middle, which was a great job by that 48 team. And he got it. No one else got through behind him, so he picked up a bunch of spots there. On his onboard with Jacob Edson, he was running right behind this group that spun first. He runs in the back of Anderson Reed, and chaos ensues. Blake Maurice also hits him there. Now we're going to slow this down. Logan Cloud, DJ Gibson are going to get real close coming off of the corner. Real close, and they hook, they touch. Nicholas Wade also kind of went up the track, but they all make contact into the corner. Peter Onjak into the wall, Anderson Reed as well. And as they kept on spinning, more trucks and more trucks got piled in. You can't really go anywhere when you're in that pack, especially those guys that are 3 and 4 wide. Anderson Reed, he got turned by Jacob Edson. That kind of took the inside line away from a lot of trucks. AJ Jones also being shuffled down. That took the inside line out. And then Mike Cook hitting Peter Onjak. Carson Bowers getting in that. Onj Auto has Tib Foster. He's pulling away, you see in front. And you see Jay Jefferson for Texas Star Racing get on through that. Luca and the 63 of Rowe do not. But as Peter glides on his roof, this is when it gets bad. He hits the pavement, a bump in there, and it sends his truck flipping wildly. Peter has been taken out, and he is being rushed to a hospital. He is conscious, but he has symptoms of a possible concussion right now, and maybe worse for the driver that just flipped wildly through the car. Peter is okay, and this is a scary sight indeed for Peter. He's into the wall, spinning around, comes back down, and flips over. You saw AJ flip there, but he hits the pavement, and it all goes wild. So Peter Onjak, the biggest hit of the race, biggest hit of the season, of the series right there. But we will go ahead and take a quick commercial break now, get you guys back to the action here in the Crown Royal 300 after the first caution of the race sends a driver to the hospital. After a lengthy red flag to clean up the damage that was on turn 1, we are back here live at Daytona for the running of the Crown Royal 300 in the Crown Royal Truck Series. A lot of trucks still on pit road trying to repair the damage. Aiden Burkhart and Sebastian Kukulon, Brandon Morris, all having some electrical issues under the hood of their trucks, so they will try to get themselves back out. Jacob Edson, Anderson Reed, Blake Maurice, Peter Onjak, Ryan Butcher, DJ Curtis, Eli Bright, as well as Logan Cloud, Alexander Rowe, Mike Cook, AJ Jones, even Serena Sankoon. They are all out of this one. Nicholas Wade fell out under the restart. He had a clutch issue, and Larry Hagan also out of this race. So it is Diego Yepez in front with Zachary Fitzwater second, Logan Bradley third, Brady Burkhart fourth, and Carter Friesen fifth. In 6th, Gatlin Downey. 7th, Matthew Eves. 8th, Paul Jackson. 9th, Matty Porta. And 10th, Tib Foster. 11th, Nathan Stapleton. 12th, Cody Goforth. 13th, Jay Jefferson. 14th, Christian Vargas. 15th, Zachary DeLello. 16th, Jake Galloway. 17th, Jose Perez. 18th will be Archibald Buttersworth. 19th, John Dilks. Now you see Morris, Kukulon, Luca, they're all bringing their trucks back out. They spent as much time as they could to repair. Carson Bowers has also taken his car, or his truck, behind the wall, as well as Alex Kraft. So we're down to just a handful of trucks. You remember last season we changed it. The lap cars will just start wherever they are in line, of course, with the 2003 rule set. Diego Yepez, Zachary Fitzwater, Logan Bradley leading us around. The rain is just half an hour away. Who's going to be able to win the Crown Royal 300 in the Daytona, in the Crown Royal Truck Series at Daytona? Coming down, it is Diego Yepez leading us off. Yepez pulls away. Fitzwater up high with him. Bradley kind of drops back. That's going to force Brady Burkhart out. Carter Friesen jumps to the inside. Downey's there as well. Eves, Jackson, the rest of the field rushing. Jay Jefferson in that 4080 was in the back all race long. Now he can try to move to the front. What a move. You saw the onboard of him live and in the replay of how he made it through the crash. So that was a great run for him. Further back now, Jose Perez, Brandon Morris. Let's see, Morris, Sebastian Kukulon, Camden Luca appear to fix their trucks. Archibald Buttersworth, Jose Perez, both with some heavy damage. There's Aiden Burkhart, DJ Gibson going to try to work together. But there is the pack now, just about 15 to 16. There are 16 trucks in this front pack. This will be the race for the win. These 16 most likely will be the ones for the win, but we still have a while to go. Will these guys have to come down and pit? Will these guys run it to the rain, or will we get the race fully through? Carter Friesen on the outside line. He's going to be shuffled up there. Zachary Fitzwater is staying pretty strong up here in second. Not really known to be an oval racer, more of a road ringer. That's, of course, where he got his first and only career win. Gatlin Downey, he's never won in the NSDCA. He looks to the inside, but he has no help with him. Eves and Bradley back there now. You see Paul Jackson, he pushed Matthew Eves to the victory in the duel. Will they do a bit of a role reversal, and could Matthew Eves be the one pushing Paul Jackson to the win at the duel? You see these guys pushing harder. I think the smaller pack, they want to push harder, but of course, with the rain, the threat of rain encroaching, these guys are getting really aggressive. They are racing hard here at Daytona. Zachary Fitzwater in the 59 now shoved up, but Gatlin Downey in that 19 will not be able to hold on that inside line. Fitzwater remains in second. Looks like he's a pretty strong super speedway racer. If we do say, he's right now up here in the second position. Logan Bradley jumps down to the inside. He has no help, but Paul Jackson's trying to get that help now. Gatlin Downey going to jump down. They're going to make the move on Fitzwater together. Diego Yepez out in front in this 77. Diego Yepez Incorporated was one of the two that split off from Monster. This is the reason Monster is not on any of the GoDaddy Motorsports trucks and only on Paul Jackson. Diego Yepez has him and DJ Curtis. Zachary Fitzwater, it looked like, has a little bit of front end damage possibly. If I could take another look, no, I think that is just the paint scheme on his truck, but it looked like his hood was kind of bent up. Logan Bradley now, he sits fourth. Let's take a look through the rest of this field with Paul Jackson fifth. Cody Goforth in the 42 did not make the Mountain Dew Custom Series race. He's up here in the 6th position in that 42 truck, looking to try to make a run at a win. Brady Burkhardt also up here. Jay Jefferson in the 48. He moved himself from the 21 to the 48. There's Carter Friesen in the 91. They're kind of swinging around up in front of them. Also, Matty Porter, the fastest qualifier. Matthew Eves, a dual winner. Nathan Stapleton up there as well with Tib Foster, the lone Anj Auto truck left. Jake Galloway is still in the battle. What a run this could be if Jake Galloway could win it. As well as Christian Vargas, Zachary DeLello further behind. Then you see Brandon Morris, John Dilks, and Camden Luca. Dilks was not supposed to run the 17 at all this season. This is the part-time truck, but it was the 17 part-time truck that made the race. And John Dilks being the full-time driver for Outside Line Sim Racing, there had to be a decision, and Ethan Head made that decision, and it is John Dilks driving the 17 instead of Derek Bouchard. Kukulon, Perez, Buttersworth, Aiden Burkhardt, DJ Gibson, all off the back of the pack. You see these guys. Yepez is playing so strong right now at Daytona. I don't think anyone's going to be able to pass him unless they work together. As they go through the corner, Bradley and Eves right now in 2nd and 3rd. They're trying to pull themselves up at least into 2nd and 3rd. Eves is going to drop back. Bradley's going to slide up in front of Zachary Fitzwater, it looks like. And Fitzwater's not going to have any of it. The Dodge is not working too well together, but he stays behind Yepez, so the top 3 are going to get single-filed out. Once again, Zachary Fitzwater playing very strong right now in the superspeedway number 59. Gatlin Downey in 4th. Battle for 5th between Eves and Jackson. That outside line not really working that well. But up front, Diego Yepez in the 77. He has never won a championship. He's finished 2nd twice. He's finished 3rd once. But now he's looking for it. Almost 4 wide down the back straightaway. Fitzwater, Downey on the inside line. It's not going to work. They just did not have the draft. But these guys need to work together and try to shuffle around Diego Yepez if they want to try to win this race, or at least even take the lead from him. As we come around, this time by, the race is official if the rain comes. The latest reports saying the rain's about 20 minutes out, so these drivers are just going to have to hope and pray that they will be able to make it to the end before the rain hits. That may be why they're playing a little bit more conservatively up front. They're staying 2 wide and just driving their line 3 wide a bit further back, and now single file at the very back of this with Galloway, DeLello, Vargas, and Porta, as well as the 42. So it looks like these guys are just trying to make it to the end and try to get this race done under green. Archibald Buttersworth, Jose Perez, those two are rookies. What will they do if the pack catches them? Let's take a look. 192 to 181, so they're about 10 to 11 miles per hour slower. And Paul Jackson, heavy crash there as they come off the corner. Jay Jefferson's in it, and they're crashing down the front straightaway. Jefferson's in it. He does not make it through this one. Carter Friesen, Brady Burkhardt, Matty Porta as well. And this field will get smaller and smaller as they go, but Diego Yepez has not been passed since he took the race lead just a few laps into this race. Caution is out. Will these 5 make it through? Oh, no, they kind of piled up. Brandon Morris, his day will be done. It looks like Camden Luca might have gotten a piece of in that too. Burkhardt comes around. There's Aiden, DJ, Kukulon, Perez, Buttersworth. This might be able to just bunch these guys back up so they do not end up crashing into each other. But we told you with the rain, these guys are telling them the rain is on their way. You got to make your moves and get to the front. Christian Vargas, Camden Luca, their first truck starts. Both going to end in shame. Jay Jefferson made it through the first wreck, will be caught up in the second one. And there is now John Dilks. He picked up a bunch of spots during that caution, so he's up there. But as they pace around, that was another heavy hit. So that's 2 crashes already in this Crown Royal Truck Series event. We don't have many trucks left, but it looks like it doesn't matter. Diego Yepez is the only one in here with a truck victory, including Zachary Fitzwater. Those are the only 2 in this field left without damage that have a CRTS victory. A little bit of a game freeze there, nothing to worry about. But as they come around, Jake Galloway, he had some damage in that. So did Matty Porta. Looks like John Dilks is going to stay out, but a lot of trucks are coming on in. They're going to have to try to repair that damage quickly here under caution. And Paul Jackson was a big threat. Jay Jefferson was starting to be a big threat. Brady Burkhart was also a big threat. So it looks like we don't have many trucks left. Now let's see what happened and coming off of the corner. It was Paul Jackson in the 9. It looks like he tried to get up to the top or he got hit by the 40 or something, and he went spinning down the front straightaway. Jay Jefferson also had a hard hit, almost head-on with a couple trucks. Brady Burkhart sliding to the bottom. Now another angle of this crash, you'll see that Paul Jackson... right there, no one bumped him. He just tried to get up into that outside line. It looked like he thought it was moving better, but Jay closed up too fast, and it was a heavy hit for Jay Jefferson and Carter Friesen, both getting some heavy damage in that. Now we're going to be on board with the Cobalt Tools number 48 of Jay Jefferson. See, he was just making a 3-wide move on Brady. Paul Jackson is on the inside. He's clear there. They check up, so he tries to get to the outside, and it just doesn't work. Jake Galloway is the one that made pretty severe contact with team boss Jay Jefferson, but now further down, also, Christian Vargas and Brandon Morris are going to get together. Vargas, I think, was slow, and he comes right down trying to get through and runs right in front of Brandon. Camden Luca also gets a piece of that, so heartbreak for them. So a big crash here at the beginning of this, or at the midway of this race of the Crown Royal 300. We'll get you guys back to the green flag after this commercial break. Lights on the pace truck have gone out as we are back here live at the Crown Royal 300 in the Daytona International Speedway. And as the lights on the pace truck have gone out, we are down to just half the field that we had before. Diego Yepez is out in front with Logan Bradley second, Zachary Fitzwater third, Matthew Eves fourth, and Nathan Stapleton up here in fifth. Sixth, Gatlin Downey, seventh, Tip Foster, eighth, Cody Goforth, ninth, Zachary DeLello, and 10th is John Dilks. In 11th, Aiden Burkhart. No, Aiden is not in 11th. It is Jose Perez in 11th, Matty Porta 12th, and Archibald Buttersworth 13th. Jake Galloway coming back out, Paul Jackson, Brady Burkhart. They repaired as much as they could. All of them are about one lap down. And as you see there, Jay Jefferson has taken it out of this race. DJ Gibson, Aiden Burkhart, Sebastian Kukulon, all laps down. That leaves 13 trucks on the lead lap here at Daytona in an insane race. 2 big crashes in this event, and we are only 10 minutes away from the rain. We have 15 laps to go. That's just going to be over just a little bit of what the rain... It'll be over just a little bit of what the rain is forecasted to be at. You also see... there are now 19 trucks left. Christian Vargas, Carter Friesen, Brandon Morris, Camden Luca have all retired from that event, as well as Jay Jefferson. But we have just 13 trucks on the lead lap, and we're going to have 15 to go. The rain is approaching, but will we see it here in Daytona? Coming down the front straightaway, Diego Yepez and Logan Bradley lead us down. We're back racing. Green flag is back in the air in the Crown Royal 300. Diego Yepez, a strong start. This is the strongest truck. This has to be the strongest truck out of all of them. The entire top 10 right now, except Zachary DeLello, are all brand new trucks that have no upgrades to them whatsoever. Diego Yepez and Zachary DeLello have two of the best drivers in the series. Aiden Burkhart's a lap down, so he can't really do anything. But all these trucks are even slower than Diego's is anyway, so it's going to be hard to dislodge this 77, especially with most of these drivers not having run the season of trucks that Diego Yepez did last season. But now Fitzwater, Stapleton, they're going to bring themselves right on up here. Yepez walks it up the track. Fitzwater trying to go back up. He's going to collect Logan Bradley again. Further back, John Dilks heads down pit road, so the rookie for Outside Line Sim Racing has to bring that truck down. Looks like his chance at a win is over. Further back now, they're 3 wide. Downey and Goforth, look at them on the inside line, the 19 and the 42. The 2 brand new trucks for Red Bull Motorsports, they're moving on the inside line. Zachary Fitzwater still all over the back of Yepez, trying to get that draft to work. And Fitzwater, he is right on the bumper of that 77. Will he be able to duck out of line and do it? He's a little too far back now. Gatlin Downey might have to be the driver to get up there and help this 59 get around the 77. Further back, they're 3 wide. Aiden Burkhart, he's a lap down, but he's still just trying to run in there. Cody Goforth walking up off the track, trying to give some pressure to Stapleton. That's going to allow Stapleton to go pull away. But Fitzwater now has Downey all over the back of him. Can these guys push up there and get around Diego Yepez? It's going to be a tough duty to do that especially if they don't want to work together. You see Downey was just kind of sitting right behind Fitzwater. Stapleton, now Bradley. They're lining up behind Yepez. Can they mount a charge? It's going to have to be Fitzwater making the move, and he tries to duck down. Stapleton goes down. Downey staying up top. Will Fitzwater duck to the inside? Does he have the room? Does he have the momentum? No. Fitzy is trying to just play this as conservatively as possible, maybe trying to set him up for a late race dive. But we're coming around. It's going to be 12 laps to go. Top 5 staying single file. Cody Goforth in 6th. Zachary DeLello 7th. Tib Foster 8th. And Matthew Eves 9th. That is the drivers in this field. Matty Porta has damage. He is 10th. And Jose Perez 11th. Those two not in this battle. Archibald Buttersworth as well. Heavy damage. He's pretty much done. Brady Burkhart. There is John Dilks. He might be the thing that could cost Diego Yepez this win, depending on how these guys work around the lap traffic. Gatlin Downey now moves his truck into 2nd. Logan Bradley up to 3rd. Yepez remains in the lead, firm as ever. No one wants to work together. That is the problem. Now Bradley ducks to the outside. Cody Goforth could be stuck on the inside line. There's John Dilks. I don't know how much damage he is, how much slower he is in the pack, but here they come around. Diego Yepez looking to get to the outside. Downey backs off Bradley right there. Now Dilks is going to let Yepez right on by. Downey screwed it up, and Yepez pulls away because of that 17 slowing him up. Now Downey can't get around him. Downey now looks down to the inside. Fitzwater in the 59 is going to push that 19 by. No, they're going to go 3 wide almost. Wow, aggression right there. Logan Bradley going to be the one held up behind him, but now this might allow this pack of trucks to mount a charge on Yepez heading into turn number 3. By the difference, we will go ahead to the helicopter camp, see the pack closing in. Fitzwater's closing in. He has Tib Foster behind him. Cody Goforth, the rookie, does not want to go with him, and it still does not look like they're going to be able to catch and pass Yepez. Fitzwater sits back in 2nd. 10 laps to go. There is word of rain starting to hit parts of Daytona Beach. Will it hit the racetrack? Downey on the outside line coming around. Diego Yepez down on from top to bottom. He drops, now continuing to lead this race, but we have 10 to go. Will the rain come? Will it save Yepez? Will someone be able to dethrone the 77? Brady Burkhart has pulled away. He is down in turns 3 and 4. These guys coming out of turns 1 and 2. So Yepez with that momentum. These guys running 3 wide is not going to help. Zachary DeLello, Matthew Eves. That is 2 drivers right there. They have the power. They have the speed. They have the agility to win a duel. Could they go up here and win this race? Now Cody Goforth, the rookie for Red Bull Motorsports, slides up behind him. DeLello in the 57. He wants to get that first career win badly. Stapleton and Eves drifting off of the corner. Stapleton now going to let him back up the track. These guys were sideways off the corner. Top 7 now gets single file. Cody Goforth in the 42 trying to get these guys to mount a charge with him. Tib Foster ducked down to the inside, not going to work. Zachary DeLello trying to move Cody Goforth out of the way. DeLello could easily push these guys past Yepez, especially if they stay nose to tail. Coming off the corner, will Goforth make the move? He's right on the back of Yepez. He does. Here comes Cody Goforth down to the inside. No one goes with him. Now Downey does. Foster does. And it's going to be 3 on 2 heading into the corner. Now the question is, can the inside line hold up? It's been difficult to pass on the inside line. Goforth gets the momentum. Downey breaks off the back. Downey was real slow, and Goforth has no one to push him. Yepez remains your race leader. Downey, I don't know what he did. He got loose tight. Something happened to that 19 truck coming off the corner, and he lost a lot. There you see Eves and Stapleton trying to draft back up into this pack. It's only 9 trucks in this front group. These guys fighting for lap traffic. Can Jose Perez, he could finish 10th if he finishes ahead of Matty Porta. That'd be a great finish for Gatlin Downey Incorporated. Brady Burkhart right there heading into the corner. Yepez back there as well. DeLello in that 57 trying to make a move. Cody Goforth, it looks like he's been the only one to try to make those moves. He's aggressive. He's the rookie. He doesn't know how to wait. He wants to go win this, and him and Downey could be the 2 to pass this 77, as well as Zachary Fitzwater, Zachary DeLello. These guys just have to form a pack together. They have to form a line or let Yepez get away, break his draft, and let him by. They only have 6 laps to do it. The rain appears to be missing the racetrack. Only a few blocks away from the racetrack, there's a light drizzle, but right now it's sunny skies near the track. Red Bull Motorsports looking for another charge on Diego Yepez. Goforth right on his back bumper. Downey goes down. Goforth doesn't go with him. Downey did not time that properly. He's going to jump back up in front. Cuts off Logan Bradley. Now Bradley dives to the inside of him to dislodge that 19. Downey has not been helping these guys draft a lot this race. But now off the corner, Goforth gets real slow off of it. Now Downey's going to mount a charge on the outside. Diego Yepez continuing to pull away. Yepez had the stroke of luck. No one in the field was able to take him out because all of them crashed each other. There's Brady Burkhart in the 99. He might be the last chance these guys have of getting around Diego Yepez. They just have to slow him up. Goforth is mounting a charge in that 42. He has a huge amount of momentum. Down to the inside goes Cody Goforth. But Yepez goes and throws the block. Goforth wasn't aggressive enough. Fitzwater dives to the inside. Brady's just trying to stay out of everyone's way. Foster and Downey going to be held up by that. Now Matthew Eves up to 5th. DeLello 6th. We got 5 to go next time by. Goforth and Bradley have a run on Yepez. He goes defensive. Goforth goes to the very bottom. They do not have the momentum. What do they have to do to get around Diego Yepez? Off of the corner they go. Goforth and Bradley not there. Now Bradley makes the move. Goforth doesn't. These guys cannot work together and set aside their differences of winning just to get around Diego Yepez. It's going to have to happen. Matthew Eves, Zachary DeLello now coming up to try to help Logan Bradley. Bradley does not go anywhere. He stays right on the outside. If he jumps down, he could have made a move right there, but Matthew Eves, he tucks back into line. Zachary DeLello on the inside now. Matthew Eves, Logan Bradley. These guys are more experienced than Cody Goforth at these super speedways. They're more experienced than Fitzwater at these super speedways. Now Bradley down to the inside. He tried to make a move. Fitzwater jumps down. They all abandon Cody Goforth on the outside line. Red Bull Motorsports getting shuffled right to the back. Yepez just has the truck to beat. He has everything he needs. He just has to make sure these guys behind him do not get alongside of him into 1 and 2. That's where the inside line works the best. 3 and 4, it's too slick. Down on the bottom there. Bradley goes up. Now he goes to the middle. Now he's right on his quarter panel. DeLello trying to make a move. Bradley dives to the inside. Eves is up top. They have no help on the inside line. Eves is going to get shuffled all the way. Stapleton gets shoved through the corner. Who's going to be able to do it? They're side by side again. Bradley off the corner. The inside line just dissolved heading into the corner, and Yepez continues the run on the outside line. Bradley right there. Fitzwater now. The Dodgers looking to team back up with even Matthew Eves if Eves can get there. DeLello, as we said, he might be the only truck to stop Yepez with his momentum. But now they're mounting a charge once again. Bradley and Fitzwater bring in the heat, bring in the momentum. They're going to have the slingshot on him. Off of the corner they go. Fitzwater goes with Bradley. DeLello goes with Bradley. Yepez is going to be freight trained on the inside line. Now he goes 3 wide. Bye-bye, Diego Yepez. He is now all the way back to 5th. Logan Bradley, Zachary Fitzwater take the race lead. DeLello clear into 3rd. Yepez is on that outside line all alone. They abandoned him in the final 3 laps. Logan Bradley, Zachary Fitzwater in the race lead. DeLello into 3rd. Diego Yepez dropped all the way to 4th. If he wants to win this, he has 2 laps to do it. He lost all the momentum. Bradley and Fitzwater working together. Now Tib Foster bringing the 40 up on the bottom. What a race this has been. A bunch of crashes, but now at the end, Yepez led, dominated the race. It does not look like he's going to win. Fitzwater dives to the inside. Foster's with him. Goforth trying to use Stapleton. Goforth across every lane of traffic. He goes up in front of Yepez. Fitzwater, Foster on the inside. Bradley, DeLello on the outside. They're coming off of the corner. Who is going to win? We're coming to the white flag in the Crown Royal 300. Bradley in the race lead. DeLello right behind him. Fitzwater lost the momentum. He drops to the back. 2-car tandem up front. White flag at Daytona. Coming down the front straightaway into turns number 3 and 4. Next flag ends it no matter what. They're racing back to the line. Diego Yepez, now he got launched and he will have no help. He's going to drop back to 7th, but up front, DeLello all over the back of Bradley. No one's here to push him. Goforth trying to mount a charge. Fitzwater's with him. Fitzwater goes down. Foster goes down. Fitzwater goes down even further. Logan Bradley's in the race lead. We haven't seen many passes out of the final corner, and especially if that outside line is not formed up. Coming the final time through 3 and 4. Bradley on the inside. DeLello Foster try to mount a charge. DeLello, can he get to the outside? Bradley throws the block, and Logan Bradley for Cloud Foster Racing Operations wins Daytona in the Crown Royal 300. What a comeback right there. Logan Bradley, first career win, and it's in a truck. Diego Yepez in the 77, he had this race won. He led over 25 laps, over half the race, and he comes up just short. Logan Bradley in the 94 will be your race winner here at Daytona. A great push, and he has to thank his buddy Zachary Fitzwater for pushing him to the win. But Logan Bradley in the 94, Cloud Foster Racing Operations, their first career win in the Crown Royal Truck Series and in the NSDCA. Congratulations to them. But we saw an insane race at Daytona. Big crashes, a lot of trucks. Only 7 finished in this front pack. Tib Foster is out of fuel in the 40 truck. He was pushing real hard. But the rain was the threat. That's why everyone was racing hard, racing aggressively. And Logan Bradley, Dodge, gets to take home their first victory of the season. Thank you guys for watching all of Speed Weeks, the Crown Royal Truck Series at Daytona, and Logan Bradley taking home the victory in this 40-lap race. We thank you all for tuning in all of Speed Weeks long. And next week, we head to Las Vegas, as custom, right after for week number 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week on the NSDCA.